episode and the subsequent episodes that will follow. And we'll probably follow a similar format. Talk about gaming news, talk about our businesses, anything in the industry, anything we're doing in the hobby. Got a few different things to cover today. And again, there'll be more teaching, Sean, about Warhammer.
Yeah, I definitely need that teaching.
Yeah, so there'll be a few bits on the agenda today and a couple of games to talk about as well and a few events coming up. But Sean, I don't know if you've got anything you want to start with first before we get into some tabletop goodness.
I'd say just been enjoyed doing the first episode that we did, or episode 0.
Yeah.
Excited, obviously, all that we've got coming up in the next couple of weeks and a couple of episodes going forward. There's a lot to talk about. So
yeah, and we are recording in another place this time. So this time we're at my flat rather than Sean's place. But there tends to be noisy on my road, so if you do hear any background noise, we'll work on that, obviously. But I don't think you will hear anything because the Audacity is pretty good at detecting any of that audio. Yeah, looking forward to the next episode. The episode 2, I was going to say episode 3 then. Episode 2, you'll find that we're using another location to potentially continue to use that location to have a slightly more prepared environment to do these from. You may actually get to see us as well, which would be pretty cool. And hopefully if we get enough people listening, we can gauge whether you want to see us or you don't want to see us.
Exactly.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
I mean, obviously using what we're using now, obviously the quality's not too bad, so we're happy with it. But I say for the next episode, we'll be in a different location, and quality and even video will be there if you need to see that as well. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So I guess I can start with a couple of bits. I'll start with some news. Now they're at mine. Sean's seeing the volume of my Warhammer obsession.
This is absolutely insane. It's next level. It's next level.
So we'll show him through a couple of models, and you'll probably hear us talking through my chapter that I've chosen and the stages that I have models. Because I have finished painted models, primed and not primed models. So you'll hear us talking about that. But before we get into that, there's a couple of bits of news I wanted to sort of just discuss between Sean, see what he thinks. He may not necessarily understand everything because he's still learning, but here we are. So we know this week, pre-orders, Space Wolves, new box, it's a preordained chapter, it's a loyalist chapter, so they're the good guys, quotation marks, good guys is a bit subjective in the 40k universe. They've got a new box coming out, so it means all their models are getting refreshed. And it also means when they do that, sometimes they lose models as well. So, for example, there's a character called Lorgar. He's like a special character, right?
Yeah.
He used to be on a sled, so it was kind of like Space Wolf Santa Claus.
Oh,
He's
wow.
lost his sled. And I know people are up in arms about him losing his sled. There's no more Papa Santa Claus in the Space Wolf, so that was quite a big thing. But new codex, it means updates to the rules and what characters you can use. The armies I collect, when they got their codexes, like for example the Astra Militarum, before, and we'll get an episode where I show you, you had like the older models. They effectively retconned maybe 10 years of collecting for me because they're no longer valid as a unit choice.
Oh wow!
So that stuff can happen. So that's kind of like the negative side of the hobby.
But when you said the guy lost his sled, is he still a character?
Yes.
Is he still there, but just without the sled?
Yes. So difference. Yeah. So there's a good question. The difference now is he's still a character that hasn't been retconned. He just doesn't have a sled. People are upset about that. So I thought that was newsworthy. I'm sure again as you learn, you'll start understanding how all of this stuff happens. And it's kind of like video games, to be fair. You know, like when they like take away features and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a similar process. Like Netflix did it with Black Mirror. They took away the 2 interactive episodes.
Okay.
They delisted them off of there, so you can't watch them anymore. So it's basically a similar process. So that was the Space Wolves. Something else I wanted to ask you, Squidmar Miniatures, who's quite big on YouTube, he does a lot of content creation for Warhammer and other models. He has his own like paints line, models, all of that stuff. He's really doing really well. But he just posted a video on YouTube of him doing a garage sale of lots of his, I guess, planned projects that he's just never going to use the miniatures for. And it'd be interesting to see what you think. Is it good? Is it a good thing for YouTubers to like have that excessive stock and then sell it? And he sold it for cheap. Or do you think that actually it's not a good thing that YouTubers are like buying equipment and also like just selling it off because it's like, oh, I don't need this sort of attitude?
No, but obviously, if he's made the figures, has made the collection that he has, and like he's not going to use every single thing, then yeah, if you can introduce it to someone like, say, for instance, me getting into the hobby, I could definitely buy something from him, whatever at a cheap price. That if he's not selling for too high, obviously I still have to learn the prices myself.
Yeah,
but, even in that sense, yeah, it's a good thing. Like, and it will help him. Same thing like fund other projects or get other figurines that he needs or anything else that he wants to get. Like, he might need another printer. He might need something else. You never know what he might need. So it's not. I don't think it's a bad thing.
No.
It's just like anything else, even in the gaming space. Obviously, you have people that go to car boots or garage sales or whatever. The same thing. They're selling off their collection. Maybe just get maybe to buy another console, invest in another console, or build a PC or whatever they're trying to do. Like, it's the same thing. Because obviously, people, remember certain people in the age groups that haven't played certain things or had a chance to, like, say, with the figurines. I've never seen half of these ones, and like you say, you showed me ones the metal ones from like years and years ago. I've never even known they did metal ones like that. So it's good to obviously get fresher eyes on it as well. Like, it help people get into the scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I asked that question in a positive way, not in a way to then start digging a hole. But yeah, it was pretty cool, and he made everything super cheap. They even had dragons that they're putting up for sale soon. They gave away like 100 of them to people and stuff, and they had a really good time about it. I think it's a good thing when YouTubers do that, because sometimes you can see some hobbies like Pokemon cards where you have people that like the scalpers, and it's good to have YouTubers trying to fight that back. And Warhammer has the same problem. You get people where they'll have scalpers. They'll buy massive. For example, like I think I said before, the Warhammer magazine you can get. People will buy millions of copies of the same one that they know that's going to sell really well. Now it's fine if you, for me, it's fine if you buy 2 or 3 copies for yourself. You might, because you can kit bash one for your actual army, and you might just have a spare one just in case.
Yeah,
right?
connection wise.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I get that, but some people do it, and then like Pokemon cards, they get stuck with like 20 copies, and then you see it on all like the Facebook groups and stuff where they're trying to sell off.
Just quickly try,
and it doesn't work because no one's going to pay them the triple price for stuff. Do you know what I mean?
This is it.
Yeah, I'm glad Squidmod did that. It was pretty good. It was a nice video to see. I'd actually like to see more YouTubers do that, where they've got like an excess of anything that is in their hobby, and they just do a little sale to get more people involved. I think that's pretty cool. Cool. Okay. Now the next thing, actually, the thing I'm going to say before the other thing is another YouTube, Black Magic Craft. I noticed recently he was getting a lot of stick for making videos that weren't necessarily what he used to make, where he was making like a lot of tutorial-based videos on how to make like scenery and stuff like that. And I've seen him develop as a content creator, like really, really, I don't know what the word, like, growth is really big.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see, like, he's posting on Instagram, a lot of people giving him crap for making videos that I guess aren't basic tutorial videos. But for me, anyway, if he's progressing in his craft much better, of course he's going to do less of basic content videos, and he's going to have more expertise type of videos, right?
Yeah, that's it. But it's just the evolution, isn't it? So over time, obviously, you'll start off with watching someone from the beginning or start with their journey, and then as they progress, they're going to flurry. They're going to experiment with new things, new ideas, and stuff like that. So it comes with it. It comes with anyone. No one's going to stay the same and stagnant the whole journey. Like, they're going to evolve and change and do things that helps them and hopefully betters them as a person as well and their channel. So yeah, it's a bit crazy when people get upset with certain things. Like, you can't stick in the past like that. Do you know what I mean? Things are evolving. You got AI. You got all this stuff happening. Same thing with the figures. So everything's all changing. Like, probably like the files are getting different and whatever. So like, yeah,
it's true. Yeah, well, Black Magic Craft, if you ever listen to this, keep up what you're doing. I certainly enjoy it. I'm sure Sean will once he gets into the hobby as well.
I'll check it out. Definitely. I'll check it out.
Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame that you get that small pocket of toxicity when it comes to that sort of stuff. Um, Even in games, I play games. Or sometimes I haven't played a game for a week. I'll jump on, and you're a bit rusty, and then you're beset by just messages of you can't. Do you know what I mean? Like it's frustrating.
I think Call of Duty is the worst for that.
Yeah. Destiny can be pretty bad sometimes as well. To be fair, I've seen some.
It's insane. Like people just want to go out there and have fun. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not here for the negative stuff. I just want to pick up a game. Might have had a bad day. Just pick up a game. Just chill out. Just shoot some things or play an adventure game or whatever you want to do. Without no stress. That's all you want to do.
And it's weird as well because I feel like it's harder to play with other people now. Like I remember at school, you always had people online playing.
Oh yeah.
Now it just seems like I've got all these people on my friends list, and I barely speak to two of them, let alone.
This is it. This is it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you. And then lastly for news, I don't know if any of you have seen, if you're listening to this from the tabletop side, but there's a new. I say new. When did it get announced? I'll say new because I can't remember the date. But a game called 1490 Doom. It's set in it's an alternate reality in that time period, but it's like a grimdark. So imagine like 40k Warhammer grimdark, but it's set during like the 14th century rather than in the future. And you have things called Doom companies, and they're small squads of 3. And basically, their job is you go onto a map, and you'll have 2. Like me and you would play, you'd have a Doom company. I keep wanting to say Death Company. You'll have a Doom company, and I'd have a Doom company. And we score points by either having the last character left, how much we've scavenged, who's at the highest point of the map. So the map's designed, there's a tower sort of on the side of it, and whoever has a character at the top of the tower, you score points by being there.
Okay.
And then the objective is to knock people off and stuff like that. And then there's 7 different classes. You've got like battle mages, normal knights, assassins, and they all have their archetypes give people different special abilities, so to speak. But it's pretty quick and short, so I think it'd be something once I've got the rulebook and stuff, we might try and play with you because it's quite a small skirmish game, so it's quite easy to pick up and play through and then start again and then play through and start again. So just to get you into like the atmosphere of playing, this game looks pretty cool, especially if you like grim dark, like Darktide and Vermintide and stuff like that. Like it's that, I guess, that aesthetic from a video game perspective. Maybe not so much Darktide because that's sci-fi, but like Vermintide's like gothic aesthetic. Yeah. This kind of has that vibe. I'll show you when we do next week's episode. I'll show you because people will be able to see. Hopefully. Yeah. I'll show you a video of the game, and then you'll get a better idea of what it's like. But that's pretty cool. That's something I just wanted to bring up today because it actually looks really cool. I'm planning to get some of the rule set and some of the miniatures, so hopefully we can play that and amass that to the rest of the 4 million models that I have.
Tons of
yeah. That's everything I had for news this week. I think mainly because we were also going to talk through the miniatures that I've got. But I don't know if there's anything you wanted to cover before we go on to the miniatures.
No, as I say, that the miniature stuff right now just looks insane. As I say, being in this room, tons and tons of different miniature figures, like boxes everywhere. Like it's like a mini warehouse right now. It's insane. But yeah, I've got 3 figures that I've kind of just picked out and just want to know a bit more about them and how he's gone about making them and stuff like that. So yeah,
I'll start with the one I picked up first. So this is an assault intercessor.
Obviously you can't see, but
you can't see. But I'll try and explain as much as I can. Anyway, assault intercessor. This is like frontline troops for Space Marines, pretty much. You have some other.
So if this was chess, would that be like the pawn? If that's like
no,
what is it then?
This would be.
That's a good way to think about it, actually. If it was chess, what would be kind of...
All right, let's do this way. There's 2 ways to look at it for chess.
All right.
If we're just talking Space Marines, yes, an Assault Intercessor would be the pawn.
Okay.
If you're talking Warhammer, you're more likely like the Astra Militarum, like troopers, would be pawns.
Okay.
But for clarification, we're going to go with Space Marines as the chess set. I'm not getting into that today. That's a bit too much. So yes, Assault Intercessor is like frontline Space Marine troop. This is a Primaris Space Marine. There was the firstborn Space Marines, which are like the smaller troops, which, you know, the size of the metal ones I showed you earlier on. But that was the size of the models before. They're now firstborn Space Marines, so they were the first type of Space Marine to exist. And then through the lore, which I'm sure at some point
I'll get to.
they got a upgrade, and they're now Primaris, so they're bigger, better, like everything, bigger, better, stronger, all of that jazz.
So the only thing that really changed on, say, that is it just the armor, in sense, because say like the shoulder pads here, like obviously I'm talking about a figure now, like the shoulder pads are quite thick. Like, would that be off of it? Like it was
no. So on the first book, the only real difference that happened to these is the armor from an aesthetical point of view. Because the armor they're always this type of plating.
Okay.
The weapons changed, so they got bigger. So this is a bigger bolter basically, and then you had the small bolters, so you had that as well. And yeah, that was about it. Otherwise, you had the backpack, the helmet, like it's all fairly similar. But this guy painted up for Ultramarines, which is one of the several chapters. As you can see from all the primed ones, blue was the main focus.
Yeah, so this is like a blue and gold we're looking at right now.
Yeah, so blue with the gold trim. He's got a red helmet. That's just, to say like his level in a squad, like if he's a lieutenant or a sergeant or anything like that, the colours change. So if it's just,
the helmet will determine what the rank they are,
as well as like the shoulders and heraldry and what they have on. Yeah, there's a lot of like. Well, next week, if we are on video, we'll have more, and then I'll bring some variety of stuff. So, because I'll show you the next one, which is a captain, Blade Guard captain, a lieutenant even. But yeah, so again, like you said, this guy's like frontline troop, so he's the most common sort of thing. You'll have assault intercessors as well, which are probably also equally. Actually, they might be more like pawns.
Okay.
Because they have a chainsword and a bolt pistol, whereas these guys have heavy bolters.
Heavy.
You probably find they'd be more like a knight. Oh, not even a knight, because there's so many models to be a knight. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to. But yeah, maybe one day we'll do a chess set and we'll figure that out. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the assault intercessor. So that's this chap. Then we have the Blade Guard lieutenant.
So this Blade Guard lieutenant, just for you guys listening, the base of it is blue. Now, I asked you, obviously, before we started talking about this, can you make any colour for the base? And you said yes, any colour you want, and you just paint over it whatever you need to do. Yeah,
the base coat can affect. I'm uber basic painter.
Okay.
Like I'll like on this guy, I'll do the details, like brown holster. I might make the blade holster brown, like the pistol be whatever colours and stuff like that, right? But depending on you want to do a base coat depending on the chapter you want. So if I wanted there's another chapter, Blood Angels. If I wanted them, I'd probably pick a red base coat and then paint where I need. Because again, there's vast ways of painting.
Yeah, but when you paint over that now, is that not making the figure more darker? Is that what you want, like to make the colours pop a bit more? Is that what it is? Is that why you do that instead of like how this one is? Sorry, I'm pointing now. You can't see what I'm talking.
Yeah. He's not painted.
That's what I'm trying to say. This one's just grey.
Because I haven't primed him yet.
Yeah.
So when I prime him, I think because of the colours I've got left, he might be either primed black or like a bone grey.
So could you not just paint straight onto this as is? Or do you have to put the undercoat like that?
Oh, you can paint straight onto there if you want. But if you do that, because basically the reason why you want a base coat is you want when you like. I wouldn't paint detail straight onto that.
That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, you always put a base coat on.
Okay, that's what I'm just checking. So I thought, okay, you could just paint straight away, like.
You could, but I wouldn't, because
it wouldn't have the same effect. Is that what you're saying?
No, because they both got shields. So with his shield, the details will stay and pop a bit better than painting on straight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I might do a super thin. Let's say, in fact, even better, his sword, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I want it to be a plasma sword or an electrified sword. If I don't put if I try to paint electric effects straight onto the plastic, it wouldn't look right. Because I'd need the layers of effect to then create that effect. Whereas if I do the blue, let's say the blade was primed blue, I could actually probably do a really thin, like silver coat, then do like a white, and make it look like a lightning effect. So it's always better to base coat. You can paint straight onto
it just
here.
wouldn't blend right
No.
and act right without the base.
I would always prime if I'm going to paint, and that's tested. That's actually a true point. And the point I made with this, so with this intercessor, I didn't actually prime this one. This one I was a bit lazy way back when I got these. I only painted the gun and the trims and like some of the decals. The blue is actually the plastic.
Okay.
You can see the difference, right?
Yeah.
So I personally what I know that because I've put so little paint, I'll probably repaint this potentially. But again, because I'm only really ever going to play local and friendly, I don't really need to worry too much about.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'm just getting a little quick tutorial on this painting. It's insane. Like, just obviously, just holding the figures in my hand, just looking at them. There's so much detail that goes into them. Obviously, the file types that they must use to make all these stuff is.
Well, with these they do these traditionally.
Oh.
So they actually do it with like a press. So they'll have a mold injector.
Yeah.
They inject the plastic into the mold, then it gets like pressed into each other. That's why I haven't got.
So the shape of this is already made in the mold, then it just puts the plastic, whatever you want
they
into
inject it into it. Yeah.
Okay.
But you are right in that saying that you can get files of just as much intricate detail. I've seen people try to replicate Games Workshop stuff, and it very quickly gets taken down, as you can probably imagine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get files. I'll have stuff next time as well. I've got loads of stuff here, like 3D printed stuff. I typically try and avoid putting third-party stuff on Space Marines, just because I'd rather have the GW legitness stuff.
Yeah. But
you can print your own stuff. Like if it was between me and you were just getting into it, and you bought a start collecting box, I would tell you if you want extra bits, let me print them and you put it on. Because I'm not going to take you to a tournament next week. No, I'm not going to a tournament next week. Do you know what I mean? So stuff like it depends. And me and Chris, when we were talking about it, that's something I realised is I was proper constraining myself on some projects. I'm only using GW stuff, but now with Maestro Militaro and stuff, I'll use extra bits. As I said, I won't really use it too much with my Space Marines. Maybe on the vehicles, I'll put some extra greebles and lights and stuff on. But with this stuff, I try and that's why this one's got a black primed arm, because I looked for this arm to replace on this model rather than printing an arm, and you know what I mean.
I see, man. It's just, I'd say the details are super nice on these. Like obviously you got tanks and all sorts. You've got all different kind of stuff around the room. Like so much good quality stuff.
And so then this one is a Chaplain in Terminator armor.
Okay.
So he's a whole nother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I mean. So if you look at the Assault Intercessor, this guy's got 1 purity seal, so it means he's been blessed to some extent. This guy's got about 4 million.
Yes, he's got 4 million.
No, I'm exaggerating.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm making an exaggeration to the truth.
Yo, I couldn't believe you. If you said that, I would have believed you. I don't know.
No, so he's got 1 purity seal here.
Yeah.
This chap's got a few
on him.
And that's all in the lore. It's different blessings they might get. There's different trinkets that people can get as well, and it depends on feats.
Because on his shield here, that's bones, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. The detail that's on the shield itself.
There's some chapters where they'll have the bone, the remains of other Space Marines or other chapter masters as an honor.
Oh wow.
So, and the Chaplain is I guess he's the 40k equivalent of a preacher. He battles and does everything else, but he holds the rest of the Space Marines in a chapter to the Codex Astartes, which is basically the rule book of the Space Marines.
All right.
In the lore, and obviously in real life, but in the lore. So, Ultramarines will have a codex they follow, and then all other chapters follow a codex, but some of them tweak it slightly. So, for example, one chapter, the Grey Knights, they have no psychers because they don't. They think it's heretical. So they purge the mutant, purge the Xenos, kill the and they don't use psychers. They're the only chapter that doesn't use the psyker stuff in their chapter, right?
Oh, wow.
No, like I said, it was that Dark Angels. No, I'm pretty sure it's Dark Angels or Grey Knights. I've probably mixed one of the two up. One of those chapters don't use Psyker specifically because they think it's heretical. So there's that too. Yeah, it's one of those. I'm sure someone will correct me at some point listening to this. I'm pretty sure. I feel like it's Dark Angels now that I've said it. But anyway, it's not about that. We're both learning. There we are.
Trust me, I'm definitely learning.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I say it's just super interesting. Obviously, how you paint them with detail. I mean, off the podcast here, it was showing me obviously the paints and stuff, and it was even showing me the pen that you use to paint sometimes as well, instead of using normal paints as well.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Just the detail. I just can't get over the detail on these figurines.
I'll show you the bit more related. I'll show you the Halo Flashpoint stuff at some point, because the details on those, once I paint them and stuff as well, is great. They like, you can see all bit how it's literally like real life Spartan miniature, like from the game. So
This is it. Yeah, man. This is insane.
it's an expensive hobby.
Very. It looks like it would be definitely expensive.
And it's funny because Games Work's one of those things where like people love them but hate them at the same time. So you'll see people complain, oh, you know, like the sleds. People complain about Lorgar's sled, right? And then you'll have some people go, oh, yeah, you know, like, we're not going to buy from GW. I'm not going to do that. But then in the next vein, they're going to a Games Workshop store to buy stuff for the stuff they already have.
Okay.
So it's a usual catch-22. They do. Games Workshop do some really. That's not to discredit anyone else. Lots of third parties do some really cool miniatures. I just think it's just Games Workshop got there a bit earlier than everyone else and economised that market in that sense.
Yeah.
But there's definitely way more people and brands now that are doing a lot more cool things with models and stuff as well. So, yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah. Hopefully you learned something about miniatures. I'll keep educating you each week. As I said, next week I'll bring some, and people will be able to physically see what I'm showing you and giving you.
Show me this stuff, man. It's very cool. It's very cool. As I said, just being in here, like seeing everything is just insane.
Especially because I don't have the room.
Anyway, we will start somewhere. We've got to start somewhere, man. Don't worry. But yeah.
Did you have anything else, Sean? Otherwise, I can move on to my next bit.
No, I don't think at the moment. So what else you got? What else is going on?
Well,
in the Warhammer.
It's not so much the Warhammer stuff, but there's a few things for Starline Forge I wanted to talk about. Just what we'll be doing. Yeah. So obviously we went to the Capcom event yesterday, which was pretty cool.
That was fun.
Not necessarily related to miniatures, but I think it was cool nonetheless. We met some really cool people. Our first two listeners as well. So hello, thanks for listening. Hopefully you're listening to this after listening to the first episode. You might have given up after that. Met some really cool people. It was a nice event. It was definitely like a social community-based event. Sean was explaining to me when he went to Tekken's event, and the varying differences when it's like a community-led event to like the actual company hosting and setting the event up. It's quite different, especially it was the Samsung Experience Center in King's Cross, and it's very different. Yeah. To what you had at Tekken, right?
Yeah. Was that your first time going to that space?
Yes.
Yeah. That was my second time going to that space. So yeah, like obviously back last year when Tekken 8, when Tekken dropped, that was insane. That party, it was like the whole space was just dedicated to Tekken, like the whole space. So Bandai Namco put so much into that event. From even having the artists, they had DWE come. He did a performance of the song for Tekken. It's out on YouTube and stuff now if you haven't heard it. But yeah, he had the DJ, he had everything, food was all catered, and this, that, and the other. It was so insane that night, and every screen in there you could play Tekken on every screen. And then obviously from yesterday, the Capcom one, which I think, like you say, was just definitely a community-driven event where a couple guys obviously probably got in contact with Capcom, helped them promote the game and stuff like that in their own way. So it was more intimate, very small, intimate setting. So it was only using like half the space, if anything. Yeah, about half the space. You had the big screen. You had how many screens around it?
I think there was like 4 or 5 for Onimusha 2, and then the rest were the Fighting Collection 2.
Fighting Collection stuff, yeah.
And then they had, what was the other game they had in the bus?
Katsugami.
Which felt really misplaced.
Yeah, it was just weird.
Like, yeah, we've just put it there just because they probably told us to.
I know it's a Capcom game, but it's just like, it just felt a bit off to put that in there. Because obviously the collection, the Fighting Collection was... I think I played that the most.
Yeah, because he got smacked by me and then Switch miraculously knew what games he wanted to play after. Oh, I don't know, you pick. Yeah, funny that.
I love them games. I love the fighting games.
Yeah, what was the one that? This isn't to boast. What was the one when I beat you that we were playing?
It was the Project Justice one, wasn't it? Was it
Project Justice? Yeah, I actually quite enjoyed that. To be fair, it was giving me Soul Calibur vibes, the way it played and the way the characters looked. So I think I need to get my practice in on that.
So obviously the version of that I played was, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, it was Rival Schools. That was the version of the game that I played, and it's the same characters that's in that Project Justice. So I don't know. I had Rival Schools. It was on PlayStation 1. Yeah, the first PlayStation. Yeah, PlayStation 1. Way back in the day. That's when I had it, and I don't know what happened to my copy. I think I lost it over the years. Probably when I moved. I'm not sure. I lost track of that game, but it's just so fun, that game. So fun. Like, the combo is just hilarious.
Yeah, we were having an absolute laugh. I think we were being watched at one point just from us just being idiots. So
yeah, that was super fun. I say, meeting a lot of people, chatting, seeing people that I've seen at every other event going on. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, Ty was interviewed me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was really cool. Hello again, Ty. Yeah, he was pretty cool. Actually, it was quite nice getting interviewed, and he asked us about like a bit of advice that you'd give to anybody sort of trying out anything new. I'll save that for when it goes up on his Instagram, so that you can watch it. But yeah, it was a cool interview, and we had a good chat afterwards. It was quite nice. A very like-minded person to us with sort of some of the ideas and what we want, and his circumstance to what put him in the position that he's in now very much resonated between all of us, I think, with sort of the very similarities to that. So I wish him all the success as well. And you never know, we might talk about him again. You might see us with him again as well at other events. I think it was pretty cool for me from my business side perspective, because it was giving me an idea of like what to think about that I need to have on the website that I can offer people to ensure that they can enjoy gaming as much as possible. So I think next few weeks I'll be looking to see what stuff I can get on the website, like what accessories that I can 3D print and make available, just to make people's journey with gaming a bit easier. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a good event. I really enjoyed it. I think you'll definitely see us doing some more of them. That actually leads me on to my next point that I want to make, which was UK Games Expo. At the time of recording for this, we've got just over a week till that event goes live. Originally, I wasn't going to go, partly because I wasn't going to have the ability to go the whole weekend, which I thought I'd need to. But I think I've seen so many new people I've met on Instagram that I'd like to meet in person. I think actually I'm probably going to go on the Friday. So by the time you hear this, the event wouldn't have started yet. So if you're listening to this and you're going, drop by and say hi. I'll have my Starline Forge jumper on. Might even have some freebies to give out, so come say hi. But I think it'd be a cool event for me to go to. I think it's another opportunity, like going to Salute, to just gauge the space a bit more. Like, I've got a good grasp with the hobby and all of that, but I think those events, I need to do more of them, especially as a business, because I've done those events as me. It's a
casual per year.
Yeah, but I've not done it as a business and thinking about what I need to do. So you might see me there. So hopefully I'll see you if you're listening to this. Come say hi and we can chat some stuff.
Yeah, hopefully I can try and make that event as well. Yeah. Head down there. Definitely I'll be the same. Probably see me out there as well with him. And we can see what we can do.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Yeah, it'd be cool. And then speaking of events, we're still on events. Warhammer Skulls today, as of recording, it will be at 5 o'clock. We've got an hour. So we might actually be able to watch it after we've finished recording this, funny enough, before we head back out. should be interesting. Lots of stuff. I've seen a few leaks online for Space Marine 2. Some of it is for like there's a new weapon they're bringing out, and obviously new maps. To be honest, it's a leak, but it's like it's obvious stuff.
Yeah, it's coming.
New level, new PvE, new PvP, and all of that stuff. So it'd be cool to actually see that legitimately announced. One thing me and Chris talked about before when we were talking about this event is there was a leak for. Do you remember the game Dawn of War on PC? It was a strategy game.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
You probably didn't play it. To be fair.
Yeah. It sounds like, I hear about a lot of games, and it's like half of them I've never played, but yeah, I've definitely.
Yeah, so that there was a leak for that as a box set, a physical miniature box set.
Okay.
Now, me and Chris were speculating that maybe during this event, as much as it's for video games, I'm pretty sure before they announced miniatures during as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure actually when they announced Space Marine 2, that's when they did announce Titus was going to get a miniature model, which is the box in that box up there, which we'll eventually get to someday. So they might announce that, which will be really, really cool. I'm excited. I love Dawn of War. It's one of the first PC games I could play on the budget laptop we had when I had it at the time. Dawn of War Dark Crusade was the only thing that would run on this PC. So so there's that. So and there's lots of other stuff, lots of other games. I think we talked about it last week. Wide Production are doing the Speedster, the Orc game as well, which will be pretty cool. Yeah, we'll be watching that. You'll get the lowdown of how we thought that went next week. We'll talk about that. So that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, because obviously it's my first time. They do this every year, this event.
Yeah.
Really, so this is my first time watching it, so I'll let you know how I felt about watching it for the first time.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, like I say, so
yeah.
It's gonna be fun for me to watch and just learn some new stuff about it.
Other than Space Marine 2, you've got that, I guess, but everybody's on that now. It's fine. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, cool. Yeah, so Skulls should be interesting. And then one thing I brought up, I think you can probably talk about it as well, if you've got any updates on your side. But the podcast studio, we were saying obviously about you might see us when we do the next episode. We had a look at a studio near me today, and it's relatively cheap for off-peak hours for us to sort of record and stream during the day. And I think it looked nice. Like the area was all right, and the space was nice. And the gentleman, remind me of his name again, I've completely forgot. Fabian was really cool. He seemed pretty confident of the equipment, but obviously, where we put him on the spot a little bit because they were literally setting up for someone else's podcast as we put our heads in, and the guy thought we were a part of it. But that's another story entirely. So I very much appreciate him quickly going through it. And you can tell we kind of startled him a little bit because he wasn't expecting visitors to be like, I want to know more stuff.
But the way the guy said it, it's through this door, and then he goes, you're jumping in the podcast right now. I'm like, what podcast are we jumping? I thought we had something happen, and then we was going to go record then and there, like our podcast. I was like, but how did I know we was coming? I was so confused. The whole situation. I was like, no, that's
tricky. Because I was even thinking that. I was like, maybe when we visit, if it's free, I would have been like, can we actually just record now? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway. There's a studio near me, and we'll give more details when we're there as well, and sort of give you an idea of what we're doing. But yeah, I'm excited about that. And some of you may say we're moving pretty fast, but I think, and we said this at the beginning, my flat is fine to record in, but I can't guarantee when there won't be any background noise. There may have been I heard some clanking outside. There may have even been noise picked up earlier. But there's that, and with Sean's, it's not always available for us to just have space.
It could do it there, but then even saying that, even like the pilot episode you probably just heard as well, if you did hear a chirp in the background, obviously I have a budgie. Yeah. So like, if you may have heard it in the background sometimes, but I put it outside the door, so like, but you never know, like where we are. But it's good we know the studio's there now. Like we want to go have their own space and be in a normal environment to record. Like,
yeah, and it's by the hour, and these episodes so far have been about an hour, maybe a little bit over. So we'll probably even plan to use the space for an hour, but actually have the budget. We'll budget 2 hours each time so that we have time for like if we run over and stuff like that. And then we'll see how that works. But it's pretty cool. This is even though we only did the pilot, I'd had a lot of fun when we did it. To be honest, I'm having fun now doing it again. You know what I mean?
We're doing this,
and we'll get better as I said. Was like anything, we'll get better with the flow and at what how we feel about with the discussions and stuff because it's all a learning curve. But yeah, I'm excited to have an actual place to go to. It's pretty close for us. So.
This is it. Yeah. This is it. So
I think that's everything.
That you on your side?
Yeah, that was everything. I don't think I had anything else. I guess I can just say, obviously, like, thanks to everybody that's got us to this point again. Jamelia, Sabrina, Chris, the guys at Brush Liquor Club. I think we wouldn't have the confidence to, at least for me anyway, I wouldn't have the confidence to want to do this podcast or even start it without sort of their help and inspiration. And again, when we said to one of your other friends at the event, every man has a podcast now.
Yeah,
that's true, and that was also a fear of mine. But I think like one, I get to see Sean once a week at least, once as long as he doesn't get fed up with me. And also like we come together, we can talk stuff, and it's nice. It breaks up the routine a little bit. Do you know what I mean? And if some of you like hearing us talking rubbish about tabletop gaming and video games, then we're doing something right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
And actually before we move on, I've just completely remembered something, and I'm sure you can leave comments. I'm pretty sure you can leave comments under this podcast because I said it to do that on the last episode.
Okay.
If you'd like to see us stream as well, we were talking about that, weren't we?
Yeah,
streaming from one account and playing together. So if that's something else you'd like to see, we'd still probably have the same conversation, and it wouldn't just be Warhammer games. It wouldn't just be like it wouldn't just be COD. It would be like a variety of stuff we play. But if you'd be interested to see that, I mean, we'll probably still do it anyway. But it would be nice to get Gauge and you give us ideas of what you'd like to see and stuff so that we can tailor it and make sure that you're getting content you'd like to see rather than us just playing Minecraft and you think, well, what are they doing? Do you know what I mean? As much as I like Minecraft, but you get my point. Anyway, but yeah, so there's that as well. But other than that, that's everything. That's definitely everything.
That's everything.
I'm not going to pull any more tricks out of the hat.
All right.
Yeah.
Quick one from me. With the Gaming Party Pro stuff, my business, as you know, I literally just kind of shot some content this last week. So I'm hopefully sorting out this week as well, getting edits done, and then kind of moving on to the next phase of me going along with the business, going with like leafleting and obviously still going to other events as well, like whatever. So still going to talk about other events as well with people and stuff like that. So I'm quite happy. I'm trying to slowly progress as much as I can with that going forward. So
I know I said I wasn't going to have anything else, but you actually reminded me of something.
You go.
Which is what you were talking about a second ago. Ministry of Wargaming. You may have seen on their Instagram. I don't know why I forgot about this because I was quite excited. They said like obviously they've made some changes to their website, so similar to what you're doing with the leafleting stuff, but they want people to send them like digital leaflets, and they're making the websites almost like like a community news board.
Yeah.
Their website's going to be like that. They're going to put all businesses on there and what they do and stuff. And I'm going to get Starline Forge put on there to see if that helps with like getting the name out there. And I think the name's definitely getting out there now. It's just working on like for you getting bookings. For me, it's getting people on the site and buying and trying the products out. But there's that as well. So much like what you're doing, I'm doing the same thing where I'm leafleting just from a digital perspective. Yeah. Now it's definitely no more for me. I'm sorry. I just literally just popped into my head.
It's all right. Yeah, so obviously let's jump into a bit of the gaming side. Some stuff from me. Actually, before we even get to the gaming stuff, ask you a question. What are you playing at the moment?
That's a good question. What am I playing? So, Sean's laughing because he knows what I'm going to say. I was playing, or technically am still playing Doom. Dark Ages, right?
Yep.
And I think, did we touch on this? We touched on this last episode.
Yeah,
I think it's boring as hell. I even booted up 2016 Doom. This is a long way for me to get to what I'm actually playing. I played 2016 Doom.
Yes.
Way more fun. Much more enjoyable. Anyway, that's another episode. Haha. What I'm actually playing is RoboCop Road City.
There you go.
And the reason that is me and Chris went to the Prince Charles Theatre and watched it. You might have seen it on my Instagram, Starline Forge, please. You on Instagram, you'd have seen that I went to the theatre and watched the film. I watched Starship Troopers and RoboCop. RoboCop was on 75mm film, millimeter film, I think it was. That was really good. It was actually quite fun. And it's weird about those old films when everybody's laughing at the same bits you laugh at when you watch it at home. It just adds a different layer of it's sick. Do you know what I mean? Because when you watch them at home, all the old stuff, you just laugh at stuff. It's funny, but everybody finds it
even if you laughed and someone's with you in a room and they're not laughing, you're like, okay, but then you're in the whole room surrounded other fans that.
There's even bits where I was laughing for about 2 minutes before everyone else, just because I knew what was coming. Anyway, I watched stuff too, but I watch old stuff on repeat. But anyway, so Rogue City is really cool, actually, and it was 90% off. So instead of 60, it was £6. £6 British sterling pounds.
That's on Xbox.
Xbox, thank you. Yes, on Xbox. Sean did say it's already on PlayStation's subscription.
Yeah, I get the? I got PlayStation Plus the other week, and it was on there to download for free, I guess, as part of their bundle of games. So I actually downloaded it there as well. But same thing, I might pick it up on Xbox as well.
He's going to pick up on Xbox. Yeah, don't even. I might. He did me. I've got my PlayStation, but I don't play it anywhere near enough as my Xbox. I'm really enjoying it. It's definitely one of those games like what was the other one? The Terminator game.
Yeah.
I played that. I thought it was fun, but you could tell it's like a B movie type game.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Yeah, it didn't hit the same.
Right. I was going to say Terminator. RoboCop is similar to that. It has the same feel, but I think the production quality is actually a little bit better.
Yeah.
It looks like the film, and you feel like RoboCop when you're walking around. All the audio sounds right. I enjoyed it, and I guess I don't know if what that says about Doom. Whether it's is Doom really that uninteresting that game is really good, or is it? I think I wouldn't even cast it. I think RoboCop's just good anyway. I think I've just picked it up where Doom's a bit lackluster.
That's it. I mean, I've been same as you. I've been playing Doom. I think I'm just a little bit behind you in chapter wise.
I'm halfway on chapter 12 now.
Okay.
Or 11 even.
I think I'm on chapter 7 or 8. I think I'm on
it's a slog.
Yeah. So, obviously, going through the first couple chapters there, you experience certain parts of the gameplay that you may have seen in the trailers and stuff like that. So, obviously, like the flying, the mech suit, and stuff like that. So, you kind of experience them. Obviously, I don't know what they are later on in the game. You probably jump back onto them stuff later on in the game as well. But at least they give you a teaser level each one in the beginning, so you kind of get a feel of the game going forward, which is cool. I guess that's cool in a sense, but it is very repetitive with the enemies. It's I feel like certain levels just drag out for no reason. Literally, there's no need. Especially as I said to you before, the flying one, there was no need for that. I can understand. I think they should have done it when you continuously kept flying. I didn't need to get off the dragon type. I can't remember what monster it is, but
it's a dragon, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't need to get off of it. I just wanted to just fly. You can still shoot in the air and do what you need to do. Maybe add some barrel rolls or something. You should be able to do some little tricks or something like that.
Have you done the bit yet where it makes you get off, open a door, and then get back on?
Yeah, that's on the beginning of that level.
Yeah. You literally land. Yeah, you get off, open the door. There's no collectibles, by the way, nothing.
Yeah, because I was trying to walk around.
And then you get back on. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
It was insane that they did that. But the game, let me say, is decent enough. But like you said, it's I can't even lie. It's just dragging. It's just dragging.
And I love Doom. I just feel like it's such a regress from what we've had the last two games. Even with Doom Eternal, I like Doom Eternal, but I don't know. The open world level. I don't know. Doom's open-ish world anyway in the old ones, right? But as far as the technology could take it. But I don't know, with Doom Eternal, I didn't actually like a lot of the open stuff. I actually preferred 2016's linear path-based Doom because it was reminiscent of the old games. So I like that. But anyway, maybe it's just I'm getting old and it's not really hitting the mark anymore. I don't know.
I mean, obviously, been playing that and playing a lot of WWE still. I love my WWE. I'm sorry. I know.
I know. Sean was watching when I was at his before. He was watching it. I was giving him dirty faces, and then he said, "I'll watch it later." So, I know.
I love my WWE. Obviously, I've been to the events and done everything. So, yeah, because obviously with WWE now, literally last week they just launched the second part to the island, the DLC, another chapter to the island. They launched some DLC, so you get in Stephanie Vakir, Julia, Motor City Machine Guns, and there's like a mystery opponent, mystery character coming soon as well. This is very weird that they dropped a pack with a mystery person that is not there yet. Why would you do that? That doesn't make no sense.
Because they could just pull anything on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell?
Like, if you see the graphic for it, like the poster, it's like you got the four playable characters, and then you got the middle one just blacked out because obviously you don't know who you're gonna get, and it's not even announced. Yeah, not announced anything, which is very weird. But yeah, I've been playing that, and obviously you introduced me to Blueprints.
Yeah,
So, we need to get back into that. Obviously, playing that with you the other day, that was pretty insane as well. So definitely,
yeah, that game's really cool. Blueprints, yeah, and the name Blueprints
Yeah.
is to hint that blueprints because the game is based on making blueprints of it. Yeah, that was deliberate. But yeah, I really like it. It's addictive. I like puzzle games like that where it's like it's challenging enough that you need to investigate it as you learn the game. But even at the start, like it's just intriguing. Like you go to a door and you've got to pick a room selection and stuff like that. And actually, I only reason I realised and knew about that game was Sam, one of the other 3D techs at the workshop, the Makerspace workshop. He said he was playing it on Steam.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like that became a subconscious in the back of my head. And then I saw it was on Game Pass. I was like, I don't even have to buy it. I'll try it. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's a pretty good puzzle game.
Did you reach the room yet?
No. Do you know what, like? And now every time I get to it, like I'll get a few blocks away. I'm like, we're cooked, gentlemen. That's it. We're finished. It. I like because it's the keys. It's not even the room selection that's buggering me up. It's not having enough keys when I'm getting to the towards the end.
So I feel like you don't even need to get the coins or the gems really.
Again, it depends on how you build the house.
No, but if it's more key based, because like you say, if you get the room there, it's got three exits, whatever, and if one of them's locked, do you know what I mean? Each direction you want to go, you need to have the key.
But remember, the problem is the room's locked, and you need to. And actually, on my game, I can show you later on after this. I found the room with one of the levers in it.
Yeah.
And I put it in. There's a room where you can store stuff. You know, like a cloakroom.
Okay.
So I've got storage, the lever. Like storage. You can only store one item at a time, but I've got the lever stored.
Okay.
Yeah. But you need the rooms with the levers in. So and the gems in the stores that you can buy keys with the gems and the coins. You need all of it. It's like, but physically, the keys are the problem right now. I'm getting close to the end, and then there's no keys.
All right.
Yeah.
That's so insane. But yeah, that's a couple games we've been playing, I guess. This
yeah, it's a few games
this week and a bit.
And Destiny, I'm still playing Destiny.
Yes.
As well. They just updated last week. I can talk a little bit about that. Briefly, you've heard a lot of me today. There was a bit of a hubbub because Destiny put this new dungeon system in place where, for me, because I play on my own a lot, it makes the dungeons easier for you to play on your own. Like for the first time, I finished a dungeon the other day for the first time on my own ever. And because of this new system, I forget what the bloody name of it is. But it's basically like if you played with me, I could take you through that and get you like end level gear because it's easier for us to do it together and stuff. So you can learn, right? Yeah. But when they announced it, they said that there'd be a weekly rotation.
Okay.
Of the dungeon. So there's a few. What they didn't say, it was a weekly rotation of 3 weeks at a time.
Oh my god!
So everybody kicked up because you're doing the same dungeon 3 times. Two times is fine because they did the quests, right? So I think 2 times is okay. 2 rotations. You do one where you do all the quests, and then the second one you can do it on the hardest difficulty and try and do the best run. I obviously won't do that. I'll just do 2 weeks of normal runs, right? But they changed it, so now it is 2 weeks. Then it changed, so it's on a new dungeon, and then after 2 weeks it'll change again. And Bungie have been doing that recently. I think they've got a lot of turmoil with their leadership, and when they got acquired by PlayStation and stuff, I think there's so much going on in-house Like they're making little mistakes like that, and it's just a shame to see. Because I remember like start of Destiny 2 and sort of towards the end of Destiny 1, like there was such a powerhouse of developers like working on it, and now it's kind of fallen short in areas.
Obviously, was that when Sony took over? Was that did Sony buy Bungie? Or?
Recently?
Yeah.
Before, at the start of Destiny 2, it was Activision.
Oh, it was Activision.
Yeah, but it was a partnership because Bungie had gone solo from Microsoft.
Okay.
Yeah, so my little two-piece on that is at least we've got the dungeons. Like, I'm just happy I can do dungeons on my own, do you know what I mean?
Nah, that's it. That's all you have.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. But yeah, we'll see. Kind of going back to, or a little bit about Doom again, hitting 3 million players, which is insane.
Yes, I'm impressed.
I mean, yeah. As much as we like up and down about that game, but it's hit 3 million players. A lot of people enjoying it.
I'm sure Game Pass helped with that.
Yeah, a lot of game.
Yeah, 3 million players. It didn't say how many sales. It wasn't 3 million sales.
It's very true.
As much as we knock it, the game overall was solid. The gameplay's fine. The weapon, all of that is solid. I just don't think it's enough Doom.
Yeah, it's true.
For it to feel like Doom.
It's true. So, question: how do you feel about going forward? Obviously, the price of games increasing, because obviously, Borderlands 4 it's not even out yet. Apparently,
I'm so glad you brought this up because
people are upset about the 80. I guess in America it's $80 it's going to be for the game, but the creators there they're saying, oh, whoever likes the game and loves it, they'll make a way or find a way to pay for it. Do you know what I mean? It's like
he's a bit pompous because for one thing, and controversial statement, I'm sorry, Borderlands 4 looks whack as hell. Like, it looks boring. There's no imagination. I could play any other sci-fi game that has collectible weapons.
That's true.
It don't like after 2.
I was about to say the same thing. After 2,
after 2, Borderlands went downhill.
Yeah.
I sweated 1. 2 I enjoyed and I played a bit, but after that, it wasn't. And this one just looks like the characters look so generic because they're all like in same coloured uniforms.
Exactly.
Like there's no imagination.
It's just like washed out. The world just looks.
Yeah.
Just doesn't look. Yeah.
And to justify a game that looks like that, God, we sound like miserable old gits. A game that sounds like that and looks like that, and him making them comments doesn't help the industry because all that happens is when it doesn't make any money, the only people that affect all the developers he'll lay off to make sure he still gets paid. That's what's going to happen because that's what every other studio's done. They're laying off all these developers and buying all these companies, all of them. Microsoft have done it. PlayStation have done it with Bungie. They're going to do it with Bungie pretty soon. They're buying these studios, and half these studios are like, oh yeah, we want to be independent. Are buying these studios, realising that actually, and Bungie did it. They hid all the costs. The CEO of Bungie before PlayStation, he blew all their money on cars. So. Do you know what I mean? Like, for him to say something like that. Anyway, all of that's another tangent, entirely another episode. But for him to say that, I think is just the wrong move because the game looks boring and whack as hell.
Yeah, I mean the game. I say once you played, I think when they say past 2, I don't think there's anything more you can really do because if you add the DLC to the other games, I feel like that's enough. Like this. Yeah. You don't need to keep bringing out game after game. I mean, I personally never saw the movie, and I know everyone was slating the movie about it as well. Like, so you wouldn't have watched it?
No, I watched it on Amazon and I couldn't finish it.
Oh.
I got about halfway through and turned it off, and I don't think I'll ever finish it. It was, you know, like when the Halo TV series came out and everyone slagged it off.
Yep.
It's literally the same problem. They just gone AWOL with the characters and done their own thing. The only decent character was Claptrap.
It was just Jack Black's character.
Yeah, that was the only decent one. The rest of them made no sense.
Oh dear. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I just can't
Don't
get down
watch
with it. I don't think I will watch it.
Honestly, I got halfway through, turned it off. I even said to Jamila, I was like, I literally couldn't finish it. Like, it was that bad.
Just wasted your life.
I did. I literally wasted, however, I don't even know how long the film is. I wasted an hour of my life. Rubbish.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, these games now, obviously, when they're saying $80 or £80, whatever, it's going to... Obviously, GTA is going to set the standard as well, because when GTA 6 comes out, that's going to be insane. Like, they're already saying it's going to be probably standard copy around £100. Do you know what I mean? So when you're getting deluxe and whatever editions after that, if there is anything, or they do a special edition,
they will for this.
That's going to be like £300 for that or something like that. Something stupid. And I was like, when do you draw the line? Like, when do you say enough is enough for these prices? Like, I mean, obviously, I know they spend so much to make the games and stuff like this, but obviously the developers and everyone making the games like put so much time and effort that I'm not saying the cock shouldn't get rewarded and stuff like that, but there's a certain way, like, I don't know, like us as consumers, like I'm not gonna think, oh, I'm gonna rush out day one to go buy that. That's just way too much. Some people like will wait for a sale, or if it's a game that they really, really want, like they'll go out on day one and buy it. But most times I just wait for a sale, or just I don't know.
I'm the same. Look, I've said this to you when we was at Capcom with Onimusha. I bought it full price because that's what I want. But then there's games where they remaster them, and they've not added anything to it. But it's for Star Wars, Dark Forces. Is it Dark Forces? Yeah, like they've made improvements, but they've not necessarily added too much content to it. Like with an Onimusha 2 remaster, they've added content, they've revamped stuff, they've changed up. Like it's an actual remaster. Like I think that's the other thing when you think of remakes and remasters. Like they really should have a defined line between what those mean, and even have cost brackets to those. Because I think sometimes I've seen games where they're charging full retail price for a remaster or a remake, and you're like, it's not that drastically different.
That's it.
Like Resident Evil, when they remade Resident Evil.
I was actually going to say that. Resident Evil's just been taking the mick. You can go to even like Last of Us. Yeah. How many times have we done that? Maybe Uncharted. I don't think Uncharted have been done, but it's mainly like Last of Us and stuff. But games like that, it's like, how many times can you do that game? And all that's changing is really like the graphics.
I mean, look at Skyrim. They released that like, 4 times?
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, mad.
I mean, you just got Oblivion just now, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That was on Game Pass. That's okay, but at the same point.
But it's the same point. Like,
Oblivion looks great, though. I've got to be honest. I'd rather play Oblivion than Doom. But anyway, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, it's just like, how many times can you do that to a game and expect people to pay the same amount or even more because you're just redoing it? Like,
people are bought into those franchises quite.
It's like obviously Gears, when they said obviously Gears will like the reload is coming out. I'm not gonna go buy that again.
No, I'll play.
I've got the number one. I've got unlimited unlimited one. Yeah. Would I need it again for the 3rd time? That's insane.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
But they're saying, I think if you had the unlimited, they'll give it to you for free. Apparently, there's if your account shows you, I think you bought unlimited on digital, then you'll get the reloader for free.
I don't remember if I bought it or if I got it on Game.
I think I got mine on discs, all of that stuff. So
when it came out, Game Pass wasn't really a big thing back then, was it? When the Ultimate came out,
I don't think so.
No, I think actually I did. Anyway, we'll find out. I'll find out for myself if I bought it or not.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just a bit crazy. Certain things like that. And then I think the last little bit, just a couple of games here coming out. Obviously, got Game Pass, new stuff coming to Game Pass the next couple of weeks. Not really new, but you got like say Division 2 coming 27th of May.
Which I think
I
think that's why we brought the streaming question up. But I think we'll play. I've been wanting to get back into 2, and you haven't. I haven't played 2.
So. Yeah, it's just weird. Like I've had the game for so long, just sealed up in my collection. I just never touched it.
Do you have Division 1?
Yes.
Have you played Division?
Yeah, I played.
Did you finish it?
Didn't finish it, no. But I had a good chunk of it. Don't get me wrong.
Let's finish Division 1, and then we'll play 2. Because Anyway, yeah. Go on. Sorry, I'm getting excited by that process.
No, that's cool. Yeah, so Division 2, 27th there. Another weird one. Like obviously we had Power Wash Simulator. Now we have Spray Paint Simulator on the 29th. So instead of cleaning up the place, you're trashing it. Yeah,
yeah.
making your own arts and designs and whatever, just painting houses or spray painting walls and
simulating games. Control.
It's crazy.
We need to another episode. We'll talk about simulating
there's a lot of simulating. Yeah,
getting mad. I remember Rock Simulator back at one point, and you're just a rock by a pond, and that's it.
Huh? I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of Rock Simulator?
Never heard of that.
I'll hook you up. Don't you worry.
But there's that one. Also, as well, Metaphor Refantasio. I can't pronounce that. I can never say that. Never,
Refantasio.
Yeah, I can never say that name of that game.
Refantasio.
I don't know what
No,
it is. I just call it Metaphor all the time because I just can't say the
can't say
last
the
one.
rest. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that is coming on the 29th as well to Game Pass, which will be pretty cool. 'Cause I never got to. I played some of the Persona other games as well, like Persona 3 a little bit. I think they put it on Game Pass as well. The Persona 3.
Was it 3 or 5?
I think so.
I can't remember.
There's so much on Game Pass right now.
Yeah, it's some Persona. That it's because Jamelia keeps going on about bloody Persona.
Pretty much. But yeah, that's on Game Pass coming soon, so I will have to try that out as well, see what that's saying, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think that's.
I mean, there's a lot more coming to the Game Pass as well. I didn't hit everything, but I think that's like 2 or 3 there that I'm likely to go play, and Josh as well probably like to go play at the same time.
Definitely Division. I as I said, I really like 2, and I started the New York DLC that you could go back to the Division 1 area, but I just never got.
I think didn't they announce another one coming to DLC?
Yeah, it's is it Brooklyn?
Brooklyn, that's what I thought. So
it's where you start in Division 2. It's the area you start in before going into the main map.
Okay.
Or was it in Division 1? Where did you start? No, it might even be. Sorry, I'm completely wrong. Division 1, where you first start in Division 1, it's like a little bit of Brooklyn, and then you have a helicopter thing, and it crashes. And
crashes, yeah, I remember that.
Faylor, she has the eye patch just because of the crash. So yeah, you go back to that section of the map. Apparently, is what I've seen. I haven't looked into it, but now I will because we're going to play it. So
yes, definitely. Yeah,
I think that's everything.
That's everything.
We covered quite a lot actually. I'm looking forward to next week where you can see me showing Sean actual models. That would be interesting. Yeah, this was fun. Hopefully you're enjoying the content so far. Be sure to follow along, subscribe, or you subscribe on YouTube or just follow. What on YouTube and Spotify, whatever the thing is, do the thing to follow along with the thing, so you know that we're doing the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I say we're on Spotify now, but eventually we are going to go to like YouTube and Apple and all the other sources as well where you get podcasts. So stay tuned for that. We'll let you know when we're doing that. So yeah, you can like follow along on them.
Yeah, cool. Okay, well, have a good time of recording is 4:30, so have a good afternoon and evening if you're out and about. It's nice. The weather's not so bad today.
Yeah.
And we'll speak to you next week. And don't forget to comment and let us know if you have any ideas or you want to see us doing any streaming and stuff.
Yeah, let us know as well how you're finding the first couple episodes. Just let us know.
Yes, please. Have a good one. Peace.
Later.